Good morning again. I guess my prayer wasn't answered. Good morning. Good morning. I'm back again. I know you thought you were rid of me, but I'm back. Here I am. What in the world is going on here? You know what? Hmm. Oh boy. Why does that keep? I don't know, Daryl. It's just like, I guess my prayer wasn't answered. That's what I said. Oh, it is what it is. You can call Amazon 100 times and they're just not going to fix it. So, whatever. All right, guys, I'm back. You aren't rid of me that quickly, huh? Okay. Stream has ended. Right. Am I on now, Daryl? Am I on now? Okay. So, I'll just go back to what I was saying. All right, there, Daryl, just like always, it's you and me, kid, huh? But we are on the internet, so yeah. Um, Dang, I just went on the. All right, so we're gonna get those rocks moved today or tomorrow. What are you doing that today or tomorrow? Tomorrow? Okay, I am back. Um, let's see what Daryl's saying here. I will start it tonight. I plan on doing around the tiger lilies first. Yeah, we need a border for that. All right, so uh, I was gonna try to tell a story, but I don't know if you guys are up for a story. It's Friday, I guess, huh? I don't think any of us are awake, but hey, so it's Friday. What are you guys up to? What are you guys up to today? Hey, Kimberly, how are you? How are you doing? Is that your little dog? Or is that a big dog? I can't, the little circle is really small on my phone. Can't really tell, but that looks like a cute dog. Anybody else there yet? I had to change, Kimberly, I went offline because, well, technology doesn't like me. So, but that's what happens with me. So I was talking about having a lot of chaos, and the reading that I did from the Bible says that Jesus told them that the greatest law is to love God with all of our heart, soul, and mind. And he goes on to tell the people that to love our neighbor as ourself is the second strongest law that we have. So, you know, our acts of kindness and do unto others as we'd have do unto them, do unto ourselves. Boy, I must be tired too. But that's what we were talking about. And I was talking about the chaos of our lives. All week we've been talking about how we just don't slow down. We have our kids and our jobs and everything. But our lives are pretty much run by the clock, right? We have to make there on time, make it on time. We have to be here on time. But are we going to have the day start us, or are we going to start our day? Does that make sense? Is the day going to start us, or are we going to start the day? So what I'm saying is, if you got up and just threw your clothes on and went to work and didn't take time to do the things that you would like to get done in the morning, you know, just to sit down and even have a cup of coffee on the porch or something. How you doing there? Broken arrow bow. I can't see the thing. How are you? What do you have on there? Let's see, Uncle Sam there. But yeah, we're just like so busy. And if we could just take 5 or 10 minutes of our morning. Good morning, honey. How are ya? You doing okay? Where are you coming from today? Are you in the States, or are you far, far away from me, or what? Oklahoma. There we go. In the States. How's the weather there, honey? I don't know. See, been real humid. Ugh, don't you hate the humidity? I can handle the heat. It's when that humidity's there. Whew. I was just saying earlier, it's like a grocery bag over your head. Can't breathe, right? Right? It's awful, huh? Um, at least, like, you know, whenever I come in the house and the air's on, I'm just like, oh, thank you, God, whoever invented air conditioning. it's like, it's like heaven, heaven. But what was I going to say there? I hope everybody stays cool this weekend. Are you off on the weekends, T? Do you get weekends off, or are you? Oh, good. Is it supposed to be cooler over the weekend there? Hey, mixed berry, I like that. What's I don't know what that is. Um, oh, you're gonna go then? Okay. Thank you for stopping by. If you could hit the like button, that would be really appreciated. That's if you liked it. Hi, Minha. How are you? Glad to have you today. I am doing well. Hi again, Teacher Kelly. Yes, I just got done saying that. Oh, whatever. I guess that booster doesn't work, Kelly. Hi, Soy Eric L. I'll just call you Eric. How you doing there? How you doing? Doing okay? It's Friday. Some of you are just starting the day like me. It's about 6:40 a.m. here. Some of you are in midday, and some or you are, well, finishing up the day. Kristen, what's your favorite food? Kristen King, you still there? Mixed berry. The background looks like Tennessee. No, we're in Pennsylvania. I had it on the sunrise, but if you look over there, here, honey, I'll turn it for you. The sunrise over here. Oh, I guess it's looking a little bit better. There's the sunrise for you. Sorry you missed it earlier, Mixed berry, but we were looking at that. Um, and son, hello. How are you? Eric. Okay, Eric. Cool beans. I got something right today, huh? I got his name right. Cincinnati. Come on over for lunch there, Mixed berry. Or I'll come over there. What are we, about 3 hours apart? 4 hours apart? I don't know. I have a friend on here, Heather, who's in Ohio, and I'm trying to make it out there, but it's like 5 hours away. And with my sleep disorder, I'm trying to get caught up on my sleep because I'm afraid of falling asleep while I'm driving. no matter if it's in day or night. But yeah, Cincinnati. I think that's right where she is. Maybe I could stop and see you when I go see her. Mixed Berry, are you male or female? Eric, I am doing well today. God let me stand up this morning, and I'm like, whew. I opened my eyes, and I am not kidding you. I'm not joking around here. I know I have a sense of humor. Thanks for the hearts, whoever did that. Yeah, wait till you get to be my age. I'm 60 years old. Sometimes it just doesn't feel right when you wake up in the morning. So, but divine order is always at work in my life. So we try to do what God wants us today. So today's a brand new day. We got a wonderful weekend, hopefully, a wonderful weekend ahead of us. And if you don't have plans, hey, chill out and, watch a bunch of my videos. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. I don't know where that came from. You live really far away? Aw. Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple videos this weekend. I want to do the funny videos, even though they don't get many views. I like to do them. It's in the nighttime there, Eric. So your day's already over. You're heading right into the weekend. What did you do with your day, Eric? It's day there, Anson? Okay. Whoever's giving me those hearts, thank you very much. They're much felt. I love it. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to give me a hug, that's the way to do it. If you don't, that's okay. I just go play football? Okay. Midgie, wait, you're supposed to be in school. What are you doing? Midgie, 7:57. No, you're not. You're messing with me. Pennsylvania has some great cities. Hate the tolls though. Oh, you're not kidding. Have you seen how much they raised the tolls on Pennsylvania Turnpike? Holy God. If you have a easy pass, man, you use it one time, you got to get it redone, recharged. I mean, even if you just go one exit, it seems like it's $15 just to use that road. Sometimes I just rather to, just go on the back roads instead of going on the turnpike. I mean, it is faster, but sometimes it's not even worth it. But if you're in a hurry, you can use it. It's pretty quick. Anson, I believe I said hi to you. You didn't hear me say hi? Went to Philly once. Armpit of America. Somebody, there's two people that said they were from Philadelphia. Hey, Jared. Welcome. How are you today? How are you? Jared, are you lucky enough to have the weekends off? I'm doing all right. Okay, I'll turn back around so you guys can see me because I was just showing her the sunrise because she thought it looked like Tennessee, but it's not. It is Pennsylvania. So Friday is here. I know, Friday is here. All right, so I was thinking this yesterday and I was telling my husband about this, but why are you sad, Midgie? Because you're missing school? Want me to tell you a story while you lay down and go back to sleep? A daytime story instead of a nighttime story. Hey, well, thanks, Jared. They just come apart. It's a clear frame, and then I change them with whatever I'm wearing. But I didn't. These are the ones I wore yesterday, the polka dots. So. Oh, hey, Jamie, you're back. Thank you for coming back, honey. Thank you. That means so much to me when you guys come back. It really does. Dang, thank you. All the way from England. Thank you. Okay. So there was this girl, and this is just a made up story. Let's say her name is Jane, okay? Jane, she was in a very busy life. Like she was single, but she just was so busy, and she was kind of like into herself, like she did everything for herself. And when her friends called, she would ignore their phone calls, and she'd just say, I don't have time for them. I just don't have time for it. So she was also mad at her father. He did something that upset her, the way he treated her. You know how dads can be sometimes kind of bossy. And so she's like, I am so upset with him. I am never going to forgive him. So she just wrote him off, like, I don't care about him anymore. So she's ignoring her friends. She's doing this. And then she's just always running around, right? So she, she did some other things too, but we'll just leave that out. Um, so she goes out to go to work, and guess what? She gets in an accident. Okay. Good morning, Dean. All right, honey, I'm telling us a night story or a daytime story. I don't know what it is for some people, but she goes out to go to work. Jane's driving to work, and all of a sudden, boom. Next thing she knows, she woke up in the hospital. She wakes up and she's like, where am I? What's going on? Right? And the doctor comes in, well, Jane, I just got good news for you. Uh, your body's perfectly fine. There's nothing going on, nothing, you're not sick or anything. The problem is your brain. Your brain is swelling. And she says, well, he says, it's not good. It's not good at all. And she says, well, how long do I have? And he says, well, you got about 12 hours to, do what you got to do to finish up here on earth, like you're pretty much going to die. That's what he was saying. But he was a stupid doctor, he didn't go to doctor school, learn bedside manner. So she left, they checked her out and everything because she only has 12 hours. Does she want to stay at the hospital or she want to get on with whatever she has left of her life? So she goes home and she's sitting there. She's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? She says, I think I'm going to call my friends. I got to talk to them before I go and let them know what's going on. And so she goes to call her friends. And guess what? None of them were answering the phone. They didn't have time for her. She's like, well, I'm making time for them. This is all the time I have. And they're not answering the phone. Right? And so she's just calling one friend after another. So she says, you know what? I'm going to call them back in a little bit. But now she only has 10 hours. Tick-tock goes the clock, right? And so she's thinking about her father. I really did hate the way he treated me. And, I probably should forgive him. Because remember, she said she don't ever want to have anything to do with him anymore. So she gets out a pen and paper. Why she didn't call, I have no idea. But she decides to write a letter to her dad. So she's writing this letter and she says, I forgive you. And, I just was upset with the way you treated me. And, you gave my siblings money, but you didn't give me money, blah, blah, blah. It's always about money. But so she has it. She has an envelope. And it took her a while to write the letter, so she has 5 hours left. So she's in her apartment. She's running down the steps. She got to get to the post office, deliver that. She's trying to call her friends. Still, none of her friends are answering the phone. She's like, I don't believe this. But meanwhile, remember, she was ignoring them all the time. She screened her phone calls. I have a friend who does that. And so she has about, she was walking down the street and she saw this ice cream shop. And she usually doesn't get ice cream because she's all about her looks, and everything. And she goes to the gym. And if she had ice cream, she'd have to go to the gym for 3 hours. But now she didn't have to worry about it because she only has 3 more hours left, right? So she says, I could do that, but I just don't have time. So she says, I'm not going to get the ice cream. But she's walking and walking to go to the post office. And she was going to go to mail the letter, and then her phone rang. So she puts the letter under her arm, and she answers the phone. And the doctor says, it's the doctor. And she's, oh, hi, doctor. And she says, what's up, doc? And what's up, doc? So he says, "Oh, Jane," I want to apologize. I said, "I got your charts mixed up, and it's not you that only has, little time left. You're fine. PET scan was, or your CT scan was fine, and you're going to be all right." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you. But who was the other person?" And he says, "Sonia." The other person was Sonia, but with HIPAA laws, he wouldn't be able to say that. So Sonia, she goes, "Well, is Sonia gonna die?" And he says, "No, Sonia had extensive surgery in the last 12 hours, and she's gonna survive." So she's like, "Oh, good, I'm so glad." So she hangs up the phone, and then she goes, and she's still, even though she's gonna live, she's still gonna forgive her father because she mails the letter, right? So I'm telling you, what about that? This girl, just like I've been talking about the chaos and everything, this girl, like, she had 12 hours left. What would you do if someone told you you had one day, 24 hours, 12 hours? What would you want to do on that last day of life? I was thinking about that yesterday. I don't know why this stuff comes in my head, but what would you do with that last 12 hours, last day of your life? Like, would there be certain people you want to see? Would you have time to go see them? Like, if there's someone you wanted to see, and like I'm in the United States, I want to go to Ireland to see someone. Would I have time to get that flight? Would I? I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I don't. I can't even fathom. Like, what would I want to do with that last day? What? Think about it. I know on my channel, I always have on my community wall the different things to think about. That's another one. Think about that. Like, what would I just don't even know what I would do. I know I'd want to spend time with my husband and my boys, but I don't know there's so many things I love about my life. Um, what would I do? I don't know. So I know when people say, if there was one person you could have lunch with, of all the people dead or alive, I always say Jesus, because I would love to get in his brain and see what was going on all those years ago. You know what I mean? Like, how did he feel? How it was. I mean, I can imagine how it was. Everybody against you didn't believe in him, but I don't know. I just, that kind of stuff is like, it's kind of scary because you don't know. Like, would you want to know? Like, would you want to know? Sorry about that. Would you want to know if you only had a certain amount of time, or would you just want to go regular? Like, would you just not want to know and just pass away without knowing what was going on? Like, come on, guys, give me some answers here. I want to talk to myself here. Would you know what to do? Like, I don't know what I would do. If you want to, honey, Jared, if you want to come back, honey, I mean, you were here before, I believe, and if you want to do that, but you'd want to know, Kelly. Yeah, but Kelly, how about this? Okay, if you knew, then you'd be a nervous wreck, wouldn't you? Like, I'd be like, oh crap, like, I don't know if I want to know, but then I would want to know. Oh, that's just it's one of those questions you just don't know what you would want to do. At least I wouldn't. Kelly says she'd want to know if that was her last day. But these are things that, see, I told you I have stuff in my head that just rattles around, rattles around. So, yeah, I don't know. Daryl, you wouldn't want to know? You wouldn't want to know? I don't know. Yeah, I guess like the amount of anxiety that I have, I guess if I would know, I would be a hot mess and I'd ruin the last part of my life worried about what was going to happen. Of course, I love God. Don't you love God? Right. But then you can call out to work and only spend time with family. Okay. But I'm so anxious and worrisome. I don't know. I'd worry about my sons and oh, but yep, Travis, I sure do. I sure do. Welcome back. Welcome back. I was just telling this story about this girl who, well, you have to watch the replay. It's a long story, but she found out she only had 12 hours left to live. And I was asking them, would you want to know if you only had 12 hours left of your life, and what if you did, what would you do? I'm looking to see if the sunrise is coming up behind me. Like, what would you do, Travis? Like, would you want to know? I don't want to put you on the spot. Midgie, I'm not talking to you, Sally. I'm talking to the other person. I know you'd have got. I love you so much, Sally. Okay, Midgie, thank you so much. Um, I don't know. What about the rest of you? Would you want to know? Like, no, I don't know. I try to live like, this is the way I try to live, and you don't have to do anything I say, but I always tell you stories about myself, so you can kind of identify who I am. Know me. I would party it up, then pray to God the last few hours. There you go. Yeah, I think I was thinking that yesterday when I was driving to my dentist appointment. I was thinking, well, I think that yeah, I probably pray that I get through the gates of heaven, because he'll be there with the book. He'll be there with the book. Okay, Sally, what about this? You didn't step up there. So, but it's crazy. I don't know. Um, what was I gonna say? Um, oh, Midgie's asking Anson if you love God. Okay, good. That's good. All right, guys. Um, so I was thinking some other things too. Did you guys ever read it's like a poem. It's called The Dash. I read it on here the one morning. I always pray for you. I always pray for you, Travis. I pray for all you guys. I do. I believe me, I pray all day long. Um, but did you ever hear the story that I read on here? It's a poem. It's a long poem. Hello. Good morning. Okay. So it's called The Dash. And if you ever have a chance, look it up on the internet. My husband read it for my father's funeral and my mom's funeral. He read it for some of our good friends that passed away already too. Because when you get to be our age, your friends start to pass away. But it's called The Dash. Now, here's what it is. You know how on your gravestone you have the year you were born, your birthday when you were born, and then the day or the year that you died, right? In the middle, what's there? A dash, right? So, what are you going to do with your dash? Okay? You were born, you died. The important thing is not when you were born or when you die. It's what you do with that dash in the middle. The dash on your tombstone. What are you going to do with your dash today? In other words, what are you going to do with your life? Right? What are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do with your dash? So, I often think about that because when Daryl reads that at different funerals and stuff, it's hard, but it's something that you think about when you're at a funeral. Okay, your time's going to be coming soon too, and what are you doing with your dash? Because at the funeral, they usually have a eulogy and saying about what that person's life was about and stuff. So, what are what are we going to do with our dash? Um, Travis, my mom passed away right after her 69th birthday. So that's why it's making me a little nervous because I just turned 60 and it's nerve wracking. But we have to try to, yeah, I miss my mom a lot. My dad, uh, so what are we going to do with our lives? Are we going to forgive people that have transgressions against us, or what are we going to do with our day? Are we going to help the neighbor carrying her groceries, or maybe you see their grass is up to their knees? Do you have time to maybe help them out with their yard work because they they're homebound or bedbound? They don't have any kiddos to help them out, or they might have kids, but sometimes when kids grow up they don't really take care of their parents. It's sad, but it's true. Hey, Jamie again. What was the saddest thing you've ever seen? Ah, I'm 60 years old, Midgie. I have a lot of sad things. When my dog Zeke passed away, um, you got to forgive and forget. Life is too short.